the patient who checked in, but was never admitted. Disclaimer: this story is a work of fiction, inspired by real-world hospital myths and medical oddities. Viewer discretion is advised. Hospitals keep records of everything. Every pill, every sneeze, every patient. Or so they think. But what if someone walked into the emergency room, got treated, interacted with staff, and then simply disappeared? No name, no record, no proof. This isn't just a glitch in the system. This is the story of the patient who checked in, but was never admitted. A normal night at St. Mary's. It was 10:07 p.m. on a stormy Thursday when nurse Kim Davison began her night shift at St. Mary's Regional Hospital in Massachusetts. The hospital was unusually quiet for a weekday. Kim settled into the nurse's station in the earth, scrolling through the logs. As she took her first sip of coffee, the automatic doors hissed open. A man in his late 40s walked in. He looked pale, unsteady, his clothes were soaked, and blood dripped from a small gash above his eyebrow. "I was in an accident," he said quietly. "I think I hit my head." Kim sprang into action. "Name?" she asked. "David Owens," he replied after a pause. "I think." The missing file. He was taken into Trauma Bay 2. Dr. Mitchell examined him. Aside from the head wound and signs of shock, his vitals were mostly stable. No ID, no phone, just a torn wallet with nothing inside. As per protocol, Kim entered his name and preliminary info into the hospital system, but the screen flickered and crashed. She tried again. Still nothing. "That's strange," she muttered. So she wrote it down manually and planned to enter it later. After all, they had more urgent matters to handle. Dr. Mitchell stitched up the wound, ordered a CT scan, and left to attend to another patient. When they returned 20 minutes later, David was gone. Gone. Not in the room. Not in the hallway. No one had seen him leave. Security was called. They checked the cameras. Nothing. He entered through the main doors, walked up to the front desk, but from the moment he passed through triage, he vanished from every frame. The footprint that shouldn't exist. One security guard, Rick, found a single wet footprint in the hallway near Trauma Bay 2. Just one, as if he stepped into the hallway, and then disappeared. The print didn't match the hospital-issued slippers or any known shoes in their lost and found. At 2:11 a.m., Kim tried again to enter his information into the system. When she typed David Owens, the screen froze. Then, just one line appeared in bold red text: "Patient record not found. Please check again." But this time, it wasn't the hospital system. It was a black screen, like a command prompt. The unbelievable discovery. By morning, staff were shaken. Kim was asked to submit a formal incident report. She did, but something didn't sit right. So she did what she wasn't supposed to. She accessed the archived patient files through the administrator's terminal. She typed in David Owens. What she found froze her in place. David Owens had been a real patient at St. Mary's 15 years ago, admitted in 2009, brought in after a major car crash, and pronounced dead on arrival. Room, Trauma Bay 2. His photo was attached. Same man, same face, same scar above the right brow. He had died, and yet, he had walked into the air last night. The autopsy files. Unable to shake it off, Kim reached out to Lena Morales, a retired nurse who had worked that shift in 2009. When Lena saw the photo, she dropped her teacup. "That's him. That's the man who died during the thunderstorm." He kept saying, "I can't be dead yet. I have to see my daughter." "Daughter?" Kim asked. Lena nodded. "He never made it. His daughter was 9. She was in surgery at another hospital when he crashed. He never got to say goodbye." A message from the past. That night, Kim couldn't sleep. Around 3 a.m., her phone buzzed. An email from an anonymous sender. Subject, "Is still waiting." Attached, a CCTV frame from the hallway. David, standing outside Trauma Bay 2. But this time, his face was turned, staring straight into the camera. His eyes were red, not from blood, but from grief. Kim returned to the hospital the next evening and visited the ER again. Trauma Bay 2 had been closed off due to electrical repairs. On a whim, she left a note on the gurney inside. "She made it. She's alive. She's okay." Kim, she had looked it up. David Owens' daughter, Rachel Owens, had survived her surgery and now worked as a nurse in New Jersey. Closure, or something like it. 3 nights later, the power flickered at exactly 10:07 p.m., the same time David had entered. Then, the monitor in Trauma Bay 2 came on, unconnected to any patient. A heart rate, 72 BPM, and a soft male voice over the intercom. "Thank you." Then silence. Since then, no one has seen David. His name can now be entered into the system without error. Trauma Bay 2 reopened, but every now and then, a nurse walking past the doors reports feeling like someone is standing just inside the entrance, waiting, watching, but not lost anymore. Hospitals are places of healing, but sometimes, they're also where stories are left unfinished, echoes of love, loss, and longing that refuse to fade. David Owens checked in to say goodbye, and thanks to a nurse who paid attention, he finally got to leave. Have you ever seen someone in a hospital who wasn't supposed to be there, or felt like you weren't alone, even when the room was empty? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Hospital Whisperers for more spine-tingling stories like this.